What is going on, my Jets family? I want to thank you guys for tuning in to this special edition, the Jets at Sunset, the new show we got going on the show. So on the on my podcast. I appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate you guys tuning in. As you can see, the picture is fixed. Yesterday I was using my phone, didn't work out too well, bit of an issue. Got my iPad today, and as you guys can see, things are looking nice. We're down by the water, looking out on the view. You got the ferry coming in the background. You got some sailboats to the right. We got some nice stuff to look at here. I feel like this is a really great view, and I'm glad I can share it with you guys. Sit here with you guys, look out at the water, look out at the ferry, talk about those New York Jets, and we got a great freaking topic to talk about. Now the sun's playing a little peekaboo behind the clouds right now. That'll probably change. It'll get a little lighter as time goes. Be interesting. But today we're going to talk about the cornerback room, and man, that's the best thing to talk about right now because that room, we all felt, before free agency, before the draft, it looked good with guys like Bryce Hall looking like a potential CB1. Brandon Echols shined last year, looked really good in limited play. Heck, he could be the CB2. We knew what Michael Carter II was. Then, as we know, that room, man. Oh, let's highlight, and let's talk about what we have with Sauce Gardner and DJ Reed. Because with the two of them, there's one story that's major talked about, but there's another that isn't. And the one story that's majorly talked about is the coverage ability that these two men bring to the table. Now, Sauce Gardner, in his entire collegiate career, as you guys are well aware, I pointed it out on Twitter, in his entire collegiate career, this man never allowed a single touchdown. Never allowed the guy to get over him into that end zone. The man plays on an island. You guys remember on my show when we talked about him. One big fact I brought up was that, like other guys that played a lot in coverage and didn't allow touchdowns, he didn't allow any. The big special thing about him was that excuse me, the big special thing about him was that most of his coverage snaps, out of those 1,000 snaps that never allowed a single touchdown, most of them were in cover one, which meant there was no help over the top. Sauce was on an island. It was him and him alone. And he stepped up and he dominated, and it was amazing. He became, and that's part of what the second story is, he became the best corner in the last NFL draft. He didn't start that way. And that's a teasing the second story. But now we go to DJ Reed. We said Sauce Gardner never allowed a touchdown ever in his collegiate career. Well, DJ Reed, as you guys know, talked about it, on Twitter as well, played over 400 coverage snaps last season. Also, did not allow a touchdown. He was the only corner in the entire NFL to do so. So you got these two guys, man, lockdown. We talked about how much I love guys like Bryce Hall, we could talk about as well, guys like Brandon Echols, but now you got guys like Sauce Gardner. Man, the potential to be one of the best in the league. And DJ Reed, again, the lockdown ability of these two guys on the outside. You guys are enjoying. You got the ferry coming in. Remember, we were talking about it yesterday. You got a nice view of it. Again, hope you guys are enjoying the view. Hope you are. We got Tony out there saying go. We got Matthias saying hey brother, saying he's out in Hilton Head. That's some good stuff, man. Hope you're enjoying the view out where you are. But again, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Appreciate you being here. And we're talking about Sauce and DJ. What a lockdown combination these two are. And we talk about again how Sauce never allowed a touchdown. DJ not one last year. These two guys just shutting down as it goes. But not just that. The the I'm blanking on the word for some the potential of what these guys came from, like in other words, like if we remember, these two guys weren't the top guys when they obviously DJ Reed was a later draft pick. He was slept on by a lot. He was said he was short. He wasn't tall enough to be an outside corner. That's what everybody told him. He wears that chippy, wedges that badge on his freaking shoulders with pride, man. That everyone's like, you're too short to be an outside corner. You'll never make it out there. And then Sauce, remember, he went to Cincinnati. That ain't LSU like Derek Stingley went to. We'll let the ferry come in, show you guys here. That ain't LSU like Derek Stingley went to. He wasn't recruited heavily. He wasn't considered the guy initially. He had to prove himself. He had to earn it. And that's kind of what I was trying to think. These are two guys that had to earn everything they had. They had to scrap for everything. They weren't the top guys. They weren't even near that. But what they've become is unbelievable. Again, the numbers of these two guys is amazing. So you look at, again, two young guys. Like we talk about, again, how elite this cornerback room looks, how young it looks. DJ Reed is the veteran. DJ Reed at 25 years old is the veteran of that freaking quarterback room. I mean, it's unbelievable. You got, obviously Sauce rookie, Bryce Hall, in a fourth year guy, a guy going into his fourth year, is also a veteran. Like, it's that young a room. But again, we talk about, you got Sauce and DJ on the outside, the lockdown ability of those two, like throw against us. I put it on Twitter a while back. It's going to be a no throwing allowed. We talked about last year, people saying how porous our cornerbacks were. Well, you ain't throwing on these two guys. Again, DJ Reed, we said, people said, oh, he was short. Well, he proved that wrong. I love it, man. You guys remember when we first signed DJ Reed, one of his first pressers, I think it was actually his first presser, he went on to say, when they asked him about, playing on the outside, people saying he was too short, he's like, I'm a CB1. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about playing on the outside. Like, a CB2, I'm a CB1. Like, my numbers match up with anybody. And he named a couple of top CBs in the NFL. And if you look at the numbers, they match up. They match up. They actually do. So, man, the potential there of what we liked in the room before. So you got a guy like Bryce Hall, who we all liked. We thought he could, look like he's becoming a CB1. He put up numbers last year that were amazing, right? He put up ridiculous numbers, putting up, unbelievable amounts of PDs, great in coverage, ranking as one of the best corners in the league in a lot of categories. Then you got a guy like Brandon Echols, who also looked like he could be the legit CB2 on the outside. And what did Salas say he did? It was underrated. It went under the radar, but Salas said that he came back bigger, like Zach Wilson, that Brandon Echols came back bigger, stronger, ready to play, and looked good in the limited time he had. So, man, that room, PFF said it. PFF said that the Jets have a top 10 secondary in the NFL. And according to them, we didn't have that last year. Man, the safeties look good. We talked about that yesterday, right? We talked about the potential of that safety room with Whitehead and just needing another guy to step up, and how there's a lot of guys that could step up. But man, our CB room, one of the best in the NFL. It is hands down, without a doubt, one of the best cornerback rooms in the NFL for those reasons we talked about. And again, Sauce is going to develop. DJ is going to get even better. Again, these are all young guys. They're one of the best rooms already, considered that. And there's so much room for growth. Again, we come back to Sauce, DJ, two guys. Sauce talked about it when we drafted him, that he had to scrap for everything, that he wasn't considered the guy. He had to prove it. And if he went from basically, I wouldn't say a nobody, but like an average okay corner to like being one of the best by the time the draft comes around, like, oh my God, how have we missed this kid? The Sauce, man. His potential is just through the roof. What he can become is through the roof. And same thing with DJ Reed. He's young. He's looked good in these last couple of years. We talked about how good he was with Seattle last year. Still got Hall. Still got Echols. And in the slot, we got Michael Carter II. I mean, we can't forget in the beginning of last season, in the beginning of the year, for the first half of the year, people were saying that Michael Carter II's year rivaled Darrelle Revis's rookie season. That was a fact. It didn't end that way, but it started that way. So, man, that room, stacked, just stacked on stacked with elite talent. Again, PFF said it. The Jets have one of the top 10 secondaries in the NFL, and that is 100% because of that corner room. So I hope you guys are enjoying the view. I hope you guys are appreciating, the look, the view, and enjoying what you guys are seeing out there. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed. Again, as I said, I'm going to bring this to you guys throughout the week. I was with you guys yesterday. I'm thinking we'll do like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday throughout the week. We got the regular podcast Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We do Jets at sunset. So again, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the view. Hope you enjoyed this beautiful view out here on the water. And I hope you guys take care. Have a great, great rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a good one, and let's go Jets.